personality. The cult of personality. The cult of personality.
Well, welcome to a Friday edition of the Voice of Ocala. It's time for Ask the Cops, presented by Daniel L. Hightower. Lawyer fighting for accident victim justice since 1976. Buddy Martin, Long Tom Schmitz, the sheriff's in the house, special guest. And meanwhile, there was a debate last night. I don't know who watched, but Tom, give us the headline on that, and then we'll move along with our show.
Buddy, this according to the BBC. They said that the debate last night resembled more of a TV game show than it did an actual debate when you saw 10 people across. But they said the clear winner last night to them was Ted Cruz. They said he answered the questions that they thought best and more up front. They said the clear loser last night, according to the critics at the BBC, Donald Trump. I don't know if I agree with that or not. Donald Trump was.
I can tell you that I think they got it backwards. I watched the whole debate.
I watched the whole debate,
and
too.
I'm not a Trump fan. I think Trump was a clear winner, and I don't think Ted Cruz did well at all.
I don't think Ted Cruz did well. I think that Ben Carson didn't get enough chance to talk.
I like Ben Carson,
but my opinion, and I know
Governor of Ohio.
Yeah. Fox News last night was not fair and balanced because they went after Donald Trump fast and early.
Ratings, man, ratings.
Tried to get after him. Yeah. And he held his own, and then afterwards said that Megyn Kelly was a bimbo. Why'd he have to answer her questions anyway?
The Donald will mix it up. At least he makes it interesting. So, all right, time now for our program. Welcome back to the show again. The Sheriff of Marion County, he's here. He is not the owner of Prestige Auto.
That's a fact.
Just in case I do call him Chris Spears like I did a couple weeks ago, but Chris Spears will be along later. Chris Blair in the house. The Sheriff, how are you, Sheriff?
I'm doing well. How you doing?
I got to get one of those shirts like that, a black kind with that star on the side.
We need to do something for you.
Like that. I don't know. I just think I'd look good in it, wouldn't
it? Yeah, you would. I need to invite you to our Citizen Academy.
I need to come down there. I need to get a tour.
Yeah.
I understand I probably ought to be coming down and look at some stuff at the jail one of these days. Soon you'll tell us why later on about what's going on. Before you introduce your special guests, any news of any kind this morning, today? Or I know we have a woman missing on Lake Weir. I noticed a story this morning that they said she was out at 5 o'clock, still not found today. So hopefully they'll get some good news, but it's not good when the boat overturns and you don't see anybody for a long time.
That's true, and FWC's working it, and we're just kind of like a assist other agency. So we got all our personnel out there trying to help them any way we can, dive teams and boat equipment and other things of that nature. So we don't know. It's unfortunate. We certainly hope for the best, but these type of incidents, being out there at that time of night, who knows what it was related to.
Absolutely. And you've got a huge county to cover here.
Absolutely. 1,650 square miles.
You know every inch of it, don't you?
Yeah. Traveled it for 35 years.
Got it down pretty good there. We're going to introduce our special guest in just a moment. Anything going on with you? You've always got some kind of a town hall or some kind of a charitable thing you're doing, or running or walking or doing something. What's going on with you these days?
Well, we just completed our concealed weapon permit class this past Sunday. Had 64 show up.
64.
And, what's good about that is the American Heart Association will receive funding from the 64 that actually came, and they left with certificates. They all did extremely well, and we had a great time, and we fed them pizza.
Hey, I might come if you're going to have pizza. You didn't tell me about that. I might join them and get my weapon.
Well, you're welcome to come, and we do it for organizations. We've been doing it, we're probably up around maybe 500 since I've taken office.
500.
That now have their certificates.
Great. And you're doing town halls. I know you have, maybe not lately, but every time I call you.
I did one last month.
You call me back about 10 o'clock at night when you're boiling your own driveways. I know you had a long day. So.
Yeah, I did one last month, and I believe I'm scheduled one in Fort McCoy this coming week. So they've been really well attended.
Getting the word out to the people. One of the things in working on projects in this city and county I've had with people is that we all have come to realize that they don't hear you the first 6 times.
It's tough.
It takes the 7th time until somebody finally hears what you said. And this happened to us all the time. So just keep saying it, right?
Yeah, and, we do our e-letter, which, if you give us your email address, we will every Friday, we'll have a new e-letter going out today, but it's all about the activities of the sheriff's office during that entire week. And so if we have videos, if we have high-speed chases, we attach that. So it's just transparency from the sheriff's office to the citizens of Marion County.
Mm-hmm. All right. Let's go ahead and introduce your special guest, and we'll talk. He's got some interesting news today, which we'll get to. We'll just get a couple of minutes with the captain before we go to break, and I'll come back and get the whole story. But introduce him, and let's come back and get to know.
Well, it's an honor to introduce Captain Garcia. He's from the Spartanburg Sheriff's Office in South Carolina, and his expertise is in the correction area, and he's been with us for a month. He's been down here training our correction officers in a new approach, new program. It's tactical inside the jail to help basically keep our inmates safe as well as our officers, and certainly try to save tax dollars due to litigation. So
there seems to be I think, just from my perspective, a lot of problems around the country with correction facilities these days.
Yeah, there is, and it's just about, you got to keep people well trained, and and it's a tough job for correction officers. It's 24/7, and you got to take care of these individuals. And certainly, there's always the mental health issue that we're dealing with. We have some in our jails probably don't belong there, and we just continue to try to find ways to get them out of our jail. But Captain Garcia, he brought a new approach to the Marion County Sheriff's Office, and I'll have him explain exactly what it is, and he'll do a great job.
Let's welcome him to the program, Captain Joseph Garcia, Special Operations, I should say, from Division Commander. He deals with the correctional facilities, and he's from Spartanburg, South Carolina. Welcome to the show, Captain.
Thank you, buddy. It's an honor to be here. It's an honor to be in Marion County. And I'll tell you what, I came here and I was coming down one of your routes, and I noticed there was a lot of horses, a lot of farmland. So I asked, is there something special about this area? Because there's a route where it was an endless amount of horse farms and tracks, and I said I thought I saw a lot in Kentucky, but wow, I find out this is really a landmark for the horse capital of the world. It's amazing, beautiful town, awesome people, great food. Went down. I've been visiting almost every day or this week, a little place called Cody's, I think it is. Mm-hmm. And if you guys want a great steak or barbecue, I wrote home and I said, hey, you got to try this place out. So I know where our team's going to be at when we come next year.
There you go. Well, good. Well, we'll have to get you on the restaurant food show and give us a review of it. So,
well, as an outsider, it's great. You guys have amazing steak there.
Hey, well, good. We got a lot of good restaurants here, and you're right. We have a lot of horse farms. And the beautiful thing about it is if you don't know Florida and you say fly in from the sheriff's home down in Baltimore, or the sight unseen, saying, I'm going to go to Florida and I'm going to find this place called Ocala. Get off looking for palm trees and beaches. What you don't see in Ocala, but you see something that is beautiful in the rolling hills and the oak trees and the green pastures that are just, I think, what makes this county so beautiful.
It's very special, that indeed.
Good to have you. So we'll have a lot to ask you about. I understand you got a little news information for us. So we'll go ahead and take a break. Sheriff, we'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll talk more with Captain Joseph Garcia, Special Operations Division Commander for the Marion County Sheriff's Office, and Sheriff Chris Blair right here on the program. Stay tuned to
1370 AM, 96.3 FM. This is Ask the Cops, brought to you by Daniel L. Hightower, lawyer, fighting for accident victim justice since 1976. You're listening to it on The Source.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And so is State Farm agent Angie Lewis, working hard to serve her community as a citizen and insurance agent. Angie wants to help you as you adjust your insurance needs to your life. From everything to helping educate your teen driver to protecting your family against everyday risk. She wants to change the way you perceive insurance by developing relationships with her clients, which is why Angie and her staff are proud to be a part of so many good causes in Ocala. In turn, she has chosen to single out those who step up as leaders. Each month on The Voice of Ocala, Angie spotlights a good neighbor, saluting those who give exceptional service or do random acts of kindness to others. For this, Angie was written up in State Farm's National Magazine. Angie also supports local businesses with a regular Biz Buzz.
Hi, I'm State Farm agent Angie Lewis. Come see me and my team for all your insurance and financial needs in the beautiful downtown historic district, 416 East Fort King Street, or call 291-2444.
Whenever you're searching for an attorney, you want somebody with knowledge who has a commitment to our community and our state. Such is the case with Daniel L. Hightower, PA lawyer, in everything from car and other motor vehicle accidents, work accidents, personal injury, and wrongful death cases. Daniel L. Hightower also handles Social Security disability and bankruptcy. Call him today at 352-629-7777 or check out danhightower.com. Daniel L. Hightower, fighting for accident victim justice since 1976.
Do you experience body aches, joint, or muscle pain all over your body? Does it keep you up at night, interfere with your day, and leave you feeling tired and in pain? You could be suffering from fibromyalgia. Rinstar Medical Research in Ocala is conducting a research study of investigational medication for individuals between the ages of 18 and 75 who have had widespread body pain or tenderness for at least 3 months. Qualified participants will receive study-related medical care and investigational medication at no cost. Compensation for time and travel will be provided, and insurance is not necessary to participate. If you experience body aches or suffer from fibromyalgia and would like to find out more information about this fibromyalgia study, please call Rinstar Medical Research in Ocala at 352-629-5800. That's Rinstar Medical Research, 352-629-5800. Rinstar Medical Research, seeking tomorrow's answers to the health questions of today.
Howdy, RL here for Dairy Queen. Spring is in the air, and so is the smell of meat cooking on our charbroiled grill. You want to treat yourself to one of our most excellent grilled chicken sandwiches or wraps, or maybe a foot-long all-beef chili dog, and wash it down with an Orange Julius fruit smoothie with many real fruit flavors. So come on down to Dairy Queen Silver Springs, where we always treat you like kings and queens.
Each morning, we wake up thankful to live in a free nation with liberty and justice for all. But sometimes those liberties can be put in jeopardy, and you may have questions about what to do or who to call. Let Doc Blanchard of Blanchard, Miriam, Adele, and Kirkland help you find the answers. Attorneys at law since 1974 and located in downtown Ocala. If you have legal issues, don't go it alone. Call 352-732-7218. Blanchard, Miriam, Adele, and Kirkland, helping protect your liberties every day.
Ooh, ouch. Does pain have you glued to the couch? Yes, unfortunately it's true that every year we must get older, but that doesn't mean we have to deal with pain in our back, knees, or shoulder. If your muscles and joints are sore, don't worry anymore. Come get acupuncture from me and you'll be pain-free. Acupuncture starts as low as $35 at a Better You Healthcare. Call me, Dr. Erica Olstein, at 615-5566. Stop your pain from driving you insane.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean, I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line, a new spoiler, and a new trunk.
We can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too, huh?
Well, as a matter of fact, join me every Monday at 10 for auto repair with personal care here on The Source.
Of course you do.
Back on Ask the Cops, presented by Daniel L. Hightower, lawyer fighting for accident and victim justice in 1976. Let me get my foot out of my mouth here. Can you give me a hand, Sheriff? I made a statement a while ago. I was hopeful this was a new addition to the Marion County Sheriff's Office, that we had Captain Joseph Garcia, who would be coming in to help us in our corrections facilities. Not that ours are bad, but with his expertise. But I misspoke. He is from the Spartanburg, South Carolina Sheriff's Office, and he is here for training. So let me get that straight to start with. Dummy. Okay. I got that out of the way. Now, Sheriff, you'll tell me all the story during the break about this incredible thing he's got going on here, which I can't wait to hear about. So, and you got some information and news, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's all good. And, he has a dog named Max, and, he's one of the canine dogs that he bought with him just to do some along with the program, do some training with our people. So it's better for me to turn it over to him so he can explain the whole process.
All right. Captain Garcia, you got a special animal there, don't you?
We do. And we like to call him a mini horse, but he might as well be. We have the only working certified correction special operations giant schnauzer in the United States. And by the way, he likes Cody's steak. Everybody knows. I don't go anywhere unless I buy, get him a meal. But he's specifically specialized for the corrections environment. I love the Shepherds and Malleys, so hold all the phone calls and emails, buddy. But if you want a fur coat, just walk behind a Malley or a Shepherd. However, inside of a correction setting, as you guys know, it's very litigious. Anybody can sue for anything. And so what we've learned with the giant schnauzers is their temperament is amazing. They can go from very high, 150 miles an hour, back down to lovable really quickly. And they're extremely intelligent, smart, agile, and what we call user-friendly and for staff. And that's why Max has been selected, or that breed has been selected for us. And Max has been a little bit of has demonstrated multiple times throughout the last month in real-world operations the real benefit of having a Rhodian Schnauzer or a giant Schnauzer here. So we don't just bring our dogs to any operations. The facility's got to be able to meet the profile for us to bring our canines into it. So this is an amazing facility that's being run here.
Now, is this true? The sheriff told me this. I respect him and I trust him, but I just got to check this out.
Sure.
You mean this dog can be trained to do anything, including if he shakes my hand, then he'll be able to follow my commands. Is that true?
That's correct. Yeah, we call that a pass on, and we do that so that if I'm occupied or I go down, or even just in where I'm in a housing unit and let's say I need to talk to another staff member, I have to step off, I can shake your hand and pass Max along to you, and Max will follow your commands as long as you've been trained in the commands. Very rare to see that, or to have that kind of obedience trained into a dog.
And what did you tell me about him lying down on top of somebody?
Well, as he, sometimes, if he had to take an inmate that's unruly to the ground or something, he basically will just lay right there on top of the inmate. It's just amazing. Yeah, and just keeps guard, at that time. So
these dogs, they're in the facility.
They are.
Yeah, in the facility. And, yesterday, I hope he's okay with me talking about it. Sure. But, he gave a demonstration yesterday. We had young kids. I mean, I'm talking probably 3 to 4 or 5 years old. And, the dog's keeping an eye on the bad guy, and then they're petting him at the same time. I mean, that's how different this particular animal is.
Like you said, from 0 to 150.
Now, when you're thinking about schnauzers, though, everybody's got this picture of a schnauzer in their mind.
Right.
A giant schnauzer looks like a schnauzer, just 10 times the size.
Yeah, absolutely. Just basically add another 120 pounds to it, to whatever your schnauzer you're thinking about right now. And add the attitude, and either they will be the alpha or you can train them that you're the alpha. They're amazing, intelligent dogs, and that's why we use them. And the sheriff brought up a good point, an observation about our canines are trained that, when they go into the process where you have an unruly inmate and it's an appropriate use of force, and we deploy our canines, once a canine releases off the individual, the canine will, or Max will, and our canines will get on top of the inmate primarily just to keep him down, so that we want to prevent the inmate from re-engaging again. And so we just let them know that the canine's there while we go into our restraining process or what have you. But we are the only ones in the country that we know of that utilize this technique and have been doing it for almost 6 years very successfully, with not one secondary bite where the dog just has an attitude and feels like biting somebody just for the heck of it.
Whoever thought of the idea of trying a schnauzer?
I did.
Really?
Yeah, you're looking at him.
What were you thinking when you decided?
That's why I brought him to the show.
I'll tell you what. You want to talk about somebody that's been laughed at of rooms, joked on. I mean, I in the very beginning, and there's a whole story behind the process. But we have walked into rooms with canine handlers from police, corrections, and literally from heckling to, oh, I like that poodle, to you would have no idea what you're doing, to now it's the most sought after dog in correction special operations. We just got invited to come here to Jacksonville for the what they call the Handlers Instructor Training Conference to represent the correction special operations community. And the funny thing is that here we had a chance to work with some of the awesome SOG team members from the Marion County Sheriff's Office detention side, and they've been able to work our young pups that we have amazingly. And so they're working their dogs, but they're also had a chance to work with our dogs on the teams. And I'll tell you, they have some really good, talented people. Either that or these dogs are really easy to use, one of the two. But they've had a chance for the last month just working with our dogs. I don't know if you've ever seen a canine kennels inside the jail.
I have not.
It's probably the cleanest kennel systems I've seen in corrections. Amazing.
Really?
first class all the way. I mean, talk about it. So in tactics, we talk about economy of time, space, and motion. When I see this facility, I see an economy and a great use of money. I mean, obviously they're taking blood out of a rock, but the immaculate, when you walk in there, you could, I'm not gonna say eat off the floors, but doggone it, I wouldn't mind spending a night in that kennel. It's amazingly clean, cool.
If it's a Cody steak on the floor, you might. You never know.
Yeah.
Right?
So our dogs are a bit spoiled, and I have to tell the sheriff that because they're going to be gone today, but they've enjoyed. It's like going. Like the Ritz-Carlton. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Captain Garcia, let me ask you this. With using a Schnauzer, which is in the Terrier family.
Sure.
Is there now going to be, do you feel like you have started something where there may be a movement to start using the Terrier breed of dog? Because to me, the Terrier breed of dog is one of the most intelligent breeds out there. It's a working dog. Gets a bad name because of the pit bull terriers and the way they've been trained by people that don't know what they're doing and make them mean animals. But the Terrier breed, I think, could be an asset for the law enforcement.
Well, I'll tell you, what we've seen right now is, there's a huge awareness now about thinking outside of the box of the standard Malleys and Shepherds. And the Terrier breed in particular, with the giant Schnauzers, it literally, I mean, daily we get emails and texts, tell us more about your program, and that's why we're invited to the largest canine show. But for law enforcement agencies, it's a progressive, first step for them to think outside the box. And really that's kind of tying us into why we're here with Marion County Sheriff's Office. United States Corrections Special Operations Group was contracted, which I'm the senior trainer for them, they're a government contractor, to come in and provide training. It's agencies like this that think outside of the box and that don't get caught up into it's got to be done this way. And when you're working in today's tight budgets, fiscal management, you can tighten up certain things in certain areas. But the one thing that you can never really tighten up on is really the innovation of thinking outside the box. And that's really what I've appreciated about the Marion County Sheriff's Office. All of its staff, everybody always thinks outside the box. Everyone is always, the physical management's always in their mindset, even from how they
has to be. They don't give them any money.
Well, yeah, I'm not sure, but they're doing.
County commissioner don't give them any money. It has to be.
They do a great job at the accountability part, and that kind of ties into that. The way I just observe how they handle their canine programs, their kennel system. It's just amazing what they're doing.
Yeah, that's Captain Joseph Garcia. Well, Sheriff, we won't give the announcement now because we only got a couple of minutes, but we have an announcement. You have an announcement to make regarding training here, and which we'll get to in just a moment.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, there's going to be a announcement here. We'll just
take a break, come back and do it in a minute.
Yeah, we're excited about it, and I think it's going to be great for our community.
Yeah,
buddy, and if you don't mind, later in the show, there is something I feel like I need to ask you. We need to ask the sheriff.
I need to ask Cap right now about, can you train a 10-pound Lhasa officer to make him a watchdog for me?
He could probably train me.
Wait, Rennie. By the way, Rennie's a pretty good watchdog.
Yeah, he's a lot of bark, a lot of bark, and at 13 he's doing pretty good, I will say. So he still chases squirrels in the backyard. So
awesome.
Yeah, so that's you got a picture of the dog I can see? Or?
We'll get it on one of our phones.
You know what we need to do, Thomas? Put it up on Facebook as well with Cap Garcia and the sheriff.
You'd just be amazed. I mean, it's just unbelievable. I've had we got our own K9 handlers. They've been and our K9 commanders. They've been doing this business for a long time. I'm telling you, when they saw this dog, it was a wow factor.
Really,
absolutely.
They said, "Get me one of those."
Yeah, well, I heard that all week.
Well, all you got to do is get somebody to stroke a check for you, and you'll be able to do that, right?
We're going to work on it.
Yeah.
And, I got some donors out there I know have talked about possibly helping us out. So
I got a feeling it's not going to be one of those $300 dogs.
No, it will not be a $300 dog.
How about the 5 county commissioners donating some money to you? How about that?
Well, we're hoping.
There you go, stir it up again.
Well, I'm just saying.
You know what? And I thought Daniel Owen was a straw. We call him the straw because he stirs
Hopefully
it up.
He'll be one of the 5 county commissioners soon.
So, well, that's good. Well, I'm glad to hear about that. And when how long will you be here for, Captain? So you stay in a couple more days?
I'm leaving today.
Today?
Yes.
Final day.
You just got here,
and
man.
Actually, he was leaving early, and it's just we built a great relationship.
If you're anything
and he
like
really
I
wanted
was,
to hang
the
out
thought of
and helped us out. So.
All right, take a break. Come back more on Ask the Cops.
Brought to you by Daniel L. Hightower, lawyer fighting for accident victim justice since 1976.
The pills and other treatments with minimal results, and all but given up on my sex life. Then I found the doctors at New Male Medical Center. Wow, they made a new male out of me. Feel like I'm 25 again. I have renewed vigor, so much more energy, and no longer worry about my performance. New Male treated me like my situation was one of a kind, with a custom treatment plan that really works. I feel great. They can create one for you too. It does not matter if you suffer from low testosterone, erectile dysfunction, or just want to last longer. New Male will help you.
Call New Male Medical Center today at 352-404-4779. 352-404-4779. That's 352-404-4779. It will change your life. 352-404-4779.
Whenever you're searching for an attorney, you want somebody with knowledge who has a commitment to our community and our state. Such is the case with Daniel L. Hightower, PA lawyer, in everything from car and other motor vehicle accidents, work accidents, personal injury, and wrongful death cases. Daniel L. Hightower also handles Social Security disability and bankruptcy. Call him today at 352-629-7777 or check out danhightower.com. Daniel L. Hightower, fighting for accident victim justice since 1976. Do you experience body aches, joint, or muscle pain all over your body? Does it keep you up at night, interfere with your day, and leave you feeling tired and in pain? You could be suffering from fibromyalgia. Renstar Medical Research in Ocala is conducting a research study of investigational medication for individuals between the ages of 18 and 75 who have had widespread body pain or tenderness for at least 3 months. Qualified participants will receive study-related medical care and investigational medication at no cost. Compensation for time and travel will be provided, and insurance is not necessary to participate. If you experience body aches or suffer from fibromyalgia and would like to find out more information about this fibromyalgia study, please call Renstar Medical Research in Ocala at 352-629-5800. That's Renstar Medical Research, 352-629-5800. Renstar Medical Research, seeking tomorrow's answers to the health questions of today.
Summer is dwindling down, and so is your wallet. Well, don't stress. Golf is still affordable at Pine Oaks Golf Club. You and a friend can take advantage of the $40 twosome. Pine Oaks offers a championship 18-hole golf course with a fully stocked pro shop and snack bar. So what are you waiting for? The $40 twosome at Pine Oaks is just what the summer ordered for you. So set your tee times now at pineoaksocala.com.
Quick to make decisions in this case. The guilty verdict and the first 2 findings in the sentencing hearing, each decision kept the death penalty on the table.
Fox Radio's Jessica Rosenthal. Many GOP presidential candidates making their pitches at the Red State Gathering in Atlanta. Meanwhile, we're learning one big winner from last night's Republican debate, Fox News Channel, which set a primary debate record, drawing 24 million viewers. Fox News, we report. You decide.
Men, if you're like me, you appreciate the feeling of a clean, smooth shave from a quality blade. The sort of shave that cuts clean, without the burn. So why are you messing around with generic razors that cost $32 for an 8-pack, when you can shave with Harry's high-quality German-engineered blades for half the price? And if saving money and a clean shave isn't incentive enough, Harry's will give you their starter set, complete with a razor, 3 of their world-famous blades, and shaving cream for just $15. And shipping is always free. We'll also give you $5 off your first order. Our way of saying thank you for trying us. How are we able to save you all this money and still give you the best shave you'll ever enjoy? By owning the factory that manufactures them. That's how. So go to harrys.com right now and enter code 9911 at checkout. That's harrys.com, code 9911.
Don Nottingham of the Miami Dolphins here, proud to be this year's chairman of the Special Olympics Champions for Champions event. Come join players from the world of professional sports, sharing their stories with a great dinner on Friday, September 18th, and/or play at Candler Hills Golf Club on Saturday, September 19th. Either way, you'll be helping the Special Olympics of Marion County Champions for Champions. Call 988-7998 for details. That's 988-7998. Please help our Special Olympians.
Good credits, bad credits. It's none of our business because we're not an auto dealer. We're not a bank. We're not your mother. We're OcalaForSale.com. Marion County's marketplace for cars, trucks, and SUVs. We've got thousands of sellers standing by to take your call. No middleman. But hurry, don't walk, don't run. Just sit down and log on to OcalaForSale.com. Prices and inventory change daily. Offer does not include dealer upcharge, undercutting, rust proofing, factory surcharge, or delivery fee. See website for details.
Do you have areas that have started sagging or drooping? Is what you're looking at not quite the same as it was years ago? Are there enhancements you've been putting off? Is there serious damage you need fixed? Then call on us, Damage Control Services. When your roof is sagging and the drywall is drooping after a storm, or your home just needs some enhancements, from damage repairs to new construction, Damage Control Services is here to help.
One of the most common questions those nearing retirement are asking: will I outlive my money? Retirement questions like these and many more will be answered every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. on Planning for a Better and Safer Retirement with hosts Francois and Julian Pozenet. Francois and Julian will help you put your retirement puzzle together. Catch Planning for a Better and Safer Retirement Saturdays at 9 a.m. on Ocala's News Talk, The Source 96.3 FM and 1370 AM.
Welcome back to Ask the Cops, presented by Daniel Hightower, fighting facts and victim justice. Since 1976, Sheriff Chris Blair is in the house, and not the Sheriff Chris Spears is on the phone. Let's get the Spears and the Blair straightened out here. Let's see now. You're not the sheriff, right, Chris Spears?
Yeah, I'm not the sheriff, but I do share the fact that we're just all regular looking boys that overmarried. And we got beautiful daughters.
I have to agree with that.
Yeah, you better agree with it, Sheriff.
I better.
You got to go
right.
home tonight.
I do agree.
And by the way, I second the motion just in case. Well, it's a Friday, and you're over there getting some stuff ready to go. You got a lot of nice cars over there. And is it true that you'd like to keep all those cars, or would you like to get rid of some?
No, sir. I love to see. I love the solution, and I love sitting with folks that don't think something can happen, and it's awesome. Matter of fact, I just left a lady about 15 minutes ago. I ran up to Sonny's here getting me a tea, but man, it's a lady wrecked her car, didn't end up with any money after her insurance paid it off, and just kind of in the real building stage for the credit. Been in a rental car for a week, driving all over the county, seeing if anybody would help her, and she told me when I just left the desk that she says, "You made me a happy woman." So that's what I enjoy.
I know you specialize in that. You like to help people get cars and get over the hump and solve those things, like you said, solutions. And if folks want to come by this weekend, it'd be smart for them to probably go online, prestige4u.com, and check out all the vehicles. Although by this weekend you might have one or two more. Come by and kick the tires, and will somebody be there to take care of them this weekend, Chris?
Yes, sir. We're open Saturday from 9 to 7. We're off with our families on Sunday. And I want to say to Sheriff Chris, I appreciate what you guys do. I know you got one of your right-hand men there, Mr. Garcia. I appreciate what you guys do.
Thank you so much.
And buddy, we appreciate what you do too, sir. And I see where Ken's going to run again, but when he gets done, I'm gonna carry the banner for you.
Listen to that. Thanks. Thank you, Chris.
All right, Chris, once again, Prestige Auto, go by and see him on 2 College Road here, and you have a great weekend, and thanks very much, Chris.
Thanks, gentlemen.
All right, Chris Spears from Prestige Auto. Back now with the Sheriff of Marion County, Chris Blair, and not Chris Spears, and with Captain Joseph Garcia, not of the Marion County Sheriff's Office, but of Spartanburg, South Carolina, here with an amazing story and an amazing animal named Max. And I'm told that Max is on his way to the studio.
Yes, he's on his way. Wow. And he probably can a few minutes out.
Roger that. He's about less than 5 minutes out.
My goodness.
Being driven.
I don't know if it's safe for Tom to be in the room.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah, all right. Well, we look forward to having him.
Buddy, before we get to the good parts of this, Sheriff, I got to address some things we have to ask. You had an officer resign and 4 officers that were fired. 2 of the 5 officers pled guilty in federal court to different charges. What can you tell us about where that stands? And are these the 5 officers? I remember about 7 or 8 months ago, I think, when the incident happened, you said you viewed a videotape, you didn't like what you saw in the videotape, and you suspended 5 officers without pay pending investigation. Is this the same 5 officers?
That's the same 5, and it's been probably almost a year now. But the important thing was, the video was located by the members of the sheriff's office. I viewed it, and upon viewing it, I immediately suspended the 5 officers without pay, and I felt we needed to do that because taxpayers out here and didn't want them paying for the officers. So at that point, the investigation was immediately turned over to the Florida Department of Law Enforcement, and then shortly thereafter, the U.S. federal attorney handled the case. So this was some of the results of 2 of the 5. The other 3 are still pending. I can't get into the details of the case itself because it is an ongoing investigation.
But you've shown clearly that there's just certain things you're not going to tolerate, right?
Absolutely. We will not tolerate any activity of that nature at the Marion County Sheriff's Office. We have a great agency at the Sheriff's Office. I have well over 700 employees that they believe in the mission, the vision, and we reduced crime here at 8.9% over the last 2 years, and we're going to continue that effort and try to keep Marion County safe.
It's tough out there right now for law enforcement. There's some really, really difficult hot spots in this country. We hear about them every day. Everybody's trying to do the right thing, and it's really difficult for law enforcement to do their job. So I know you are very conscientious about that, and I think this goes a long way toward closing that gap with people realizing if somebody does something wrong, there will be a penalty for it.
Absolutely. And I've been receiving, emails very positive from community leaders as well as individuals in our community just thanking me for the action that we took and felt we made the right decision. After the 2 had pled guilty, the other ones came in and actually resigned, and one I terminated.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about some news.
Buddy, if I can just
sure,
tag
go right
in real
ahead.
quick.
Yeah.
As a professional from another agency, I have a chance to visit a lot of departments all over the country, actually all over the world. And as an outsider looking in for my observation with this department, and I can tell you firsthand, the integrity and the accountability process in the jail side is amazing. It is an example of true professionalism. I'm saying that because I come from a department where our Sheriff Chuck Wright, has a highest level of integrity and professionalism, and just from behind the scenes of being able to watch the integrity process with all of the staff in dealing with inmates or whatever it is really inspiring for me to stay as a professional within this community or within our industry. So,
good report. And so now we have some news. Apparently, our jail is 1 of 17, Chris. Is that right?
Yeah, it's, we asked Captain Garcia to come in and do special operations with our jail staff, and he's done a remarkable job over the last 30 days. He's physically trained them in handling inmates in different situations may arise at the Marion County Sheriff's Office. And, they're now the first certified team in the state of Florida. Level 1, and he can explain a little bit more to what that means, but it's important to us, it's important to our community. Basically, it's going to help us continue to be safe inside that facility as far as our employees, as far as the inmates, and it's been proven based on intelligence that I've gathered from him and other training facilities he's been at, that it has reduced litigation and use of force complaints. So that's where we're at. That's what we're about. We want to save tax dollars.
And, of course, that comes with training, right, Captain?
It does. And just to tag on to the point that the sheriff made regarding a level 1 team, just to give our listeners out there, your listeners out there, just a little bit of understanding. Traditionally, they would see most of these prisons when there's riots with guys with helmets and riot shields. Those are what they call level 3, level 4, level 2 teams. And unfortunately, when you hear of a riot in one of these prisons, there's been a total collapse in the emergency response process. At the tier 1 or level 1 process, you have an agency that or a team that is small in numbers. It's technology based versus versus manpower based, and in doing that, kind of like the military military with the highest level of Delta and Navy SEALs, where you have a faster and clean response. That is what is designed here. And Marion County has the operators that qualified. The agency qualifies based on assets, based on personnel, but most of all the operational matrix, which it's a very intensive process. 17 teams in the United States. This is my partner Max, just came into the room, but they are the only level 1 team in the here in the state of Florida. One of seven.
Really? The only one. What does that mean?
It means that their teams have been trained in reinforced structure specialists, prisons and jails.
Top shelf?
Top shelf. I mean, I'm talking assets. From hostage rescue to the lowest incident where if a prison or another jail, another agency requires a major assistance, instead of them calling SWAT, they can call the specialists who come in. And Marion County now have a top SWAT team. They also have a top SOG team, and the only one here in the state of Florida. Really something to be very, very proud of.
And we're going to do some training here?
Yeah, we're going to do some training here. And, when you're ready for that, we'll just talk a little bit
Go
about
right ahead into it. There's our guy right there.
Max just jumped up on the table. So
let's not put Max up on the table, as a matter of fact. We got to
well, be careful because he will get on the table.
Well, it's okay. He can go up there because I want him to be on that camera right there so everybody can see him.
All right, well, he'll jump up.
There you go. Hey, Max. How are you, buddy?
See, he'll get right up on the table like we said. So
beautiful.
This is Max. And if it's okay, I'd like to put on your listening ears on him so he understands what the deal is. You want to ask him a question, buddy? He'll probably answer for you. Go ahead, ask him a question, buddy.
I have a question for you, Max.
Yeah, ask him any question.
Max, over here, buddy. How you doing?
Fulson.
Oh, nice. Yeah. You're having a good time in Marion County, Max.
Fulson.
Oh, my goodness. What does that mean? What did he say to me now?
Okay, so he says he's all of his life he's aspired to be on the Buddy Martin show.
Oh, really?
Here
This
in
is
Ocala, Florida.
Bucket list from
and
Max.
He's telling everybody, go to Cody's for steak because he loves it.
Yeah,
that's it.
Wow, he does know that, doesn't he?
He does know. Oh, he does know.
Could he do a talk show? Because I could use a partner.
You think?
Yeah.
There you go.
Says he can.
He says he can.
Let me ask him a question. Says, does he think Tom Schmitz, my partner, is any good on the radio?
Fulson.
Wow.
Likes Tom.
He's an amazing guy. Amazing guy.
I may have to get a raise. That looks good. Hey, by the way, I have this slot available. I'll hold this spot for Max. Will he come back, by the way? Is he coming back down here?
Fulson.
Oh, my goodness.
All day long, as long as you have a little Cody's.
That's a schnauzer. That's hard to believe. How much does Max weigh?
Max is 104 pounds. Max, how much do you weigh? Fulson? 104 pounds.
What are you saying to him?
So it's a command that I give him to speak.
Okay,
It's just kind of a check, little check, and it's a little language between me and him, so I can interpret pretty good. Okay. I know him.
Can you teach him to say WOCA?
Max. Fulson. WOCA.com.
Perfect.
Look at that.
Tell you what,
he's getting better than that.
Right here on
Buddy Martin show.
Wow, this is awesome. Max, welcome, buddy. You're welcome here anytime. In fact, Tom. Oh,
how was that?
That's
is
great.
That good, sir?
Tom, you don't have to show up for a couple months. I got Max. I'm good. So here you go.
Yeah.
This is great. Oh, well. We're going to take a break and come back, and I think, Max, can you say we'll take a break?
Fulson. We'll be right back on the Buddy Martin Show.
And you're on the Voice of Ocala, Ask the Cops with Sheriff Chris Bear. Can you say that?
Fulson.
Presented by Daniel L. Hightower, lawyer.
Buddy Martin. Fulson.
Fighting for accident victim justice since 1976. We're right back.
Who doesn't love heading out on the boat with a family, hitting the ATV trails with friends, or blazing new stretches of highway with riding buddies? Your toys are your ticket to outdoor fun. At the McDonald Allstate Agency, we get to know you and help make sure you have all the right coverages. Plus, when you bundle your coverage for your car and your home with your boat, motorcycle, RV, or more, you can save up to 30%. So call the McDonald Allstate Agency today at 622-2333 or stop by one of our 2 Ocala locations at Calla Hills or the Jasmine Square Plaza.
Subject to terms, condition, and availability. Savings vary. Are you looking for a durable farm fence to keep your horses enclosed or a beautiful vinyl fence to give that finishing touch to your home? Seminole Fence has over 20 years of experience in providing quality fence products and services for farm and residential properties. Let them surround your property with a fence that provides privacy, security, and stunning appeal. Don't wait. Contact them today at 352-208-0959 for a free estimate. Seminole Fence, working hard to build fences and harder to build relationships. Do you remember when summer was a celebration? You know, no schools, no worries, just days packed with your favorite pastime. It was the splendid season you dreamed of all year long. But as you got older and busier, the summer seemed to lose its sparkle. Where did those carefree days go? Well, they're closer than you think. Summer's still sensational at Golden Ocala Golf and Equestrian Club, where you can come out and play the grown-up way with our affordable summer memberships. Enjoy our championship golf course celebrating the game's greatest holes, hard-true tennis courts, and a state-of-the-art fitness center. Explore our stately 77,000 square foot clubhouse and unwind at our relaxing spa.
Don't forget the pool!
It's a summer unlike any other, and it's yours with a Golden Ocala summer membership. You can call Golden Ocala at 629-6229 to inquire about a summer membership, or you can visit goldenocala.com to learn more. That's goldenocala.com.
Hello, gorgeous.
Hi, this is Becky at Hello Gorgeous Salon. Summer's almost over and fall's just around the corner. It's time to get that new look started. Let's get rid of those sun-damaged ends and faded out color and get into something rich and vibrant. Humidity is not your hair's friend. It causes your hair to capture moisture and leaves it looking dry and unhealthy. Hello Gorgeous is a certified Brazilian blowout salon. We can tame those locks, leaving your hair healthy and shiny with a Brazilian smoothing treatment. And whether you're going on a job interview or out on a date, your hands do a lot of talking. Manicures are a must. Hello Gorgeous is a full-service salon, so let us help you make a great first impression. Call us today to set your appointment at Hello Gorgeous. Our number is 352-351-5358. Again, that's 352-351-5358. Hello Gorgeous is conveniently located in the heart of downtown Ocala, right next to the historic Marion Theater.
Hello, gorgeous.
On Mondays, AM Ocala Live, Robin and I will be speaking to Dr. Sam Sanders. He's speaking to us about the top 3 tips for career change success.
News Bites, the hottest news and current events are bite-sized.
And then Bob Newman will be on. He's speaking to us about the Republican presidential debate of the 2016 season.
Karen D. Nutter is a certified master coach practitioner. She'll be speaking about her new book, The Power of EQ, Stronger Leadership Through Emotional Intelligence.
And then the man who fixed my car, Matt Gibbs, the owner of Sunrise Automotive and Crossroad Auto Sales, will be on his show called Auto Repair with Personal Care, answering your automobile questions.
Dr. Hambui is a religious scholar. He'll be speaking about his book, Kaudai, A Faith of Unity.
And then Daniel J. Davis, a veteran of both the U.S. Marine Corps and the U.S. Army, and happens to be a science fiction fantasy author. He's coming out to speak to us about his book, The God Whisperer. All of that plus Fun with Joe on Mondays, AM Ocala Live, right here on The Source, WOCA 96.3 FM.
1370 AM.
All right, welcome back to the program. A little chaos here and then on the show right now. It's Max comes in. It's like a big superstar, and everybody wants to see Max.
He's like a rock star.
He is like a rock star. Max, I'm digging Max. So, real quick, any more news now? This training starts when, Sheriff?
Well, we're looking at May of 2016, and I'm gonna turn it back over to the captain because he's gonna basically we're hosting the conference for training at the jail here in Marion County. So
Okay.
I'm gonna have him explain the actual process of it.
So what we have here is every couple of years we have the top tier units in the world for correction special operations. We're very particular in the venues and the sites for a number of reasons, and host agencies. Well, I was so impressed with the facilities, the accommodations, the people and the staff, and the other things that they have here that we've decided to host the 2016 U.S. Corrections Special Operations Conference and Expo and competition here in Marion County. And that's going to be the first week of May, known as Corrections Officers Week. And so right here, this is going to be the beacon for corrections worldwide for all the Tier 1 teams.
International.
They'll come from Israel, Singapore, Brazil, Argentina will be invited. Teams from Germany, United Kingdom. We just had Australia and the United Kingdom for almost the last month. And the United Kingdom, their K9 guys came here and were blown away by Max. But the Australians will be setting a big contingency next year. So, they're impressed with just everything they saw here. And this makes the most obvious sense. Located close to Orlando, the facilities, obviously the area can handle this kind of traffic. look, we're not talking thousands. We're only talking the top teams enrolled. So maybe 300-400 people, but it puts this Marion County on another level.
They're global.
On a global map, which is amazing. And so, thanks to the sheriff for sharing the wonderful businesses and the people here. It's just a friendly place to bring family and have a good time here on top of getting great training, learning what another top tier unit is doing here in the state of Florida, the only top tier unit for SOG teams. So we're really happy and just can't thank the sheriff enough for being so overwhelmingly a gracious host to us and going to be hosting this big event.
Looks like Cody's will be on a wait that week.
They may be pretty busy there. But
Sheriff, congratulations. You've got about a minute. I mean, that's phenomenal news. That's going to bring international attention to our community.
I think that it's just going to be a great thing for our community. The businesses in our community, I think, will thrive from it. And, the motels and things. He's talking 300 competitors, right?
Correct.
So, they'll have their families with them. So, it's going to be a large number of people, I believe, that'll be here. They'll come here. We'll try to get them here a day or two early so that they can enjoy different functions we have in our community. We may look at a golf tournament on that Sunday. So we're actually put together a full conference here for about 3 to 4 nights somewhere in there. So I think it's going to be a great opportunity for all of us here.
Max can come back and sign autographs.
Max will be here.
Yeah,
so,
great.
and I'm sure you'll meet Max again.
Good. And by the way, he could just become a horse. And this is the horse capital of the world. He might as well just be a horse, and then he could be one of our family right here all the time.
He's got two pups with him. They're 7 months now, and I'm telling you, you'll be unbelievable what they can accomplish at this point.
I can see a little Max in our future for sure. I want to thank you, Captain Garcia. Thanks for coming in. I love Mac. He's awesome. Hope to come back. Hope to see you again soon.
Thank you.
Sheriff, good to be with you. Thanks very much. Ask the Cops, presented by Daniel L. Hightower, fighting for accident victim justice since 1976. Stay tuned. The Restaurant and Food Show and Southern Pigskin right here on
1370 AM, 96.3 FM. We're live and local. See, Max can't do that.
Oh, yes, he can.
I guess he said the source.
OCA.com.
Right on the southwestern corner of the square sits one of the finest dining establishments in Florida, Mark's Prime Steakhouse and Seafood Restaurant. Mark's offers big city dining